So you might have, in this case, we have a lot of biological work that's been done here, where maybe you'll be looking at a plant that's absorbing a bunch of toxic nutrients or toxic materials, so maybe it's sucking heavy metal up to the soil. You might want to say, hey, where does that heavy metal go as the plant grows? So what you might do is you might put in the plant here, or a part of the plant here, maybe a leaf, you put it in our X-ray fluorescence beamline, and say, I think there is maybe arsenic or maybe some kind of heavy metal in this beamline, in this plant. They do a scan of it, they're able to say, hey, here's your leaf, maybe it's on the outside, maybe it's on the inside, here is where the metal that you're looking for is showing up. You can see here all the different colours are representative of different elements, different heavier elements in these materials, in these biological samples. So there's a lot of research into living things, growing different types of food, and if we come around the corner, there's even some forensic cases that we can talk about.
RCT, like with tomograph.
Alright, so one of the pieces of research that I like to talk about here is the hidden portrait, which you might have seen at the National Gallery in Victoria. So there's a famous painting by Edgar Degas called A Painting of a Woman. This is the painting here. Originally when it was painted, people thought there was another picture underneath. As was the case back then, a lot of painters didn't have a lot of money to buy canvas at the time, so they would buy a canvas, paint the painting. If they didn't like it, they would paint over it, and then maybe they'd sell that other painting. So with this painting, you just kind of see the shadow of another image or something over here. For years, art historians would say, I think there's another painting. How do we work it out? They tried a bunch of different techniques. They tried traditional x-rays, and they tried radiographing the surface. You can kind of see a second image here. You can see some kind of shadows on this image, but they weren't really conclusive. They weren't able to see the image that they had underneath the painting. When the synchrotron was first constructed, they brought the painting here because they thought, hey, if you can do fluorescence on heavy metals, paints are normally made from heavy metals, cadmium yellow, brick green, white paint normally has titanium in it. We can use those different elements and these different scans to try and work out like what colours based on the intensity of each element in each part of the paint. So they brought it, put it on a mount just like this one here. They were able to scan the painting 2 microns at a time to produce the image that we see here. So they took all the different elements, the calcium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and so on. They saw the intensities, and they could correlate that to specific paint colours, and construct an image of what the original painting looked like here. And it's in such detail that art historians were even able to match the brushstrokes of the painting to Edgar Degas' painting style. So they were able to say, hey, not only was there a painting under here, but it was painted by Edgar Degas. And I believe that painting is still on display in the National Gallery, although you don't get to see what was underneath. So yeah, another cool story here. How long does it take to scan? It depends on how wide they open up the actual beamline. I don't know off the top of my head how long to scan it, but I believe that the scans are relatively quick. They can go from maybe 40 minutes to maybe a few minutes depending on the sample size. So one must be around corners very fast scans. So this one depends on your sample size. Another good story. You might or might not have heard of the famous racehorse Phar Lap. He was an Australian racehorse, a New Zealand racehorse from New Zealand. He was known for winning every race that he